If you want to have your own franchise but are running pretty low on funds, we got great news for you. I am with the BPI Family Savings Bank President, TG Limcaoco. Hi, TG. So, TG, what is the BPI Family Ka-Negosyo Franchising Loan?
The BPI Family Bank Ka-Negosyo Franchising Loan is a special loan program we have at Family Savings Bank, which is geared for businessmen, entrepreneurs who want to start their own business by buying a franchise. Basically, we will lend for as low as 500,000 pesos and as for as short as 2 years for them to be able to start up their business by buying a franchise.
Wow, okay, that really helps a lot of people get the opportunity to actually start their own businesses. But here's the thing, I believe it's the first of its kind in the market. So what made you think of coming up with this particular loan?
Well, first, we believe that entrepreneurs are key to this country. The small business drives this country, and so we want to encourage that. But what we've realized is there's a lot of people who want to start their own business are really short of capital. They might have the drive to do it, and they might have some savings that gets them started, but obviously they want to harness the savings and put it, let's say, in the rent or the build out of the shop. And what they're missing is the franchise fee. So we are willing to lend even for them to fund that franchise fee.
And at the same time, you're watching out for their benefits because a lot of people may think, okay, got the loan. But also at the same time, I'm going to be worried, how am I going to pay off this loan? That's why you actually have a light program?
We do have a light program. It's called Ka-Negosyo Franchise Light. And it's called light because they don't have to pay the principal back in the first 6 months, which means they only pay interest. And if you compare it to a typical loan, for example, if you were to borrow 500,000, which should get you a very good franchise today, your payment for the first 6 months is only 4,000 pesos, whereas the typical loan would be close to maybe 20,000 or 18,000 pesos a month for the first 6 months. Obviously, at the end of 6 months, you will pay a little more because you're paying the principal back. But what this allows the entrepreneur to do is to focus on building the business the first 6 months, which is the most important part of a business, your first 6 months.
So how is it different from your business loan then?
Well, one, obviously it's meant primarily to buy a franchise or to start up a business with a franchise. And so we have partnered with several franchisors who we have sort of said, yes, this business model really works. And so I think one that's very important for the entrepreneur, because we have looked at the business model and we say these franchises work quite well. Secondly, we also have a variant where they may not have to put up any collateral at all. So that will encourage a lot of people to get into business. So if you've got collateral, that's good. If you don't have collateral, that shouldn't discourage you from applying for this loan.
I love it because it's one trusted brand actually trusting the other brands out there, and again, giving opportunities to so many other people. Who can avail of this again?
Practically anyone who wants to go into business. We've got overseas Filipinos. We think they're key to the success of this country. We have parents who wish to get their kids started in business, successful professionals who want another line of business or another source of income, or maybe even today people who are successful in their own business who want to diversify and go into another line of business. The key here is finding the franchisor who works well with you and getting together with BPI Family Savings Bank to fund this idea.
Well, the fantastic thing is anyone can be a franchisee at this point because of the BPI Family Ka-Negosyo Franchising Loan.
Absolutely.
With that, thank you very, very much,
Thanks very
TG.
much, Lisa.
Wasn't that great?